some of the more crazier ones. Like you went to Haiti. Haiti's under a lot of. This under siege, basically, they're saying from what we see in the news. I don't know. You went to ground zero.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So did you go? Did you meet Barbecue?
No, I could have, but getting to him is too dangerous. He's not easy to get to. So we had a phone conversation. He said he would make it happen, but I mean that 5 to 6 hour drive, you're going through a lot of territories that are manned by other gangs. Very dangerous. I'll put it that way. It's a very dangerous trip. I think the media makes it look like there's only one gang and barbecues ahead of the whole country. But in fact, there are hundreds of gangs. Some of them might be 5 members, 10 members. And you got to get through all of them to get to barbecue. And they're not all friendly. I'll put it that way. So I decided to stay in the capital. For the week I was there was over 200 murders in the 1 week. So I saw a lot. There's shootouts multiple times a day, and I was in the roughest neighborhood in Port-au-Prince. So, it was one hell of a week, that's for sure.
That's scary, man. And I see somebody in the comments. Salute to Peace Love. Peace Love says another YouTuber A.W.O.L got kidnapped earlier this year. You know about that incident?
For sure. Yeah, he went with my guide. So my guide that I was the first of the YouTubers to do it. Mm-hmm. And then another guy asked me for the contact, and Arab was like number 4 or 5 in line. But if you look back, I was the one that sort of broke the virgin grounds. That's how it happens with YouTube. People see somebody do it successfully without dying, and then they say, hey, now I feel more comfortable in trying. And that's my slogan, that I never died once. So
I guess not, right?
Haiti.
That's crazy. That's the bar. That's the that's the litmus test. Oh, he's alive. Okay, let me try it next. Yeah. But you're the pioneer of this shit when you really think about it.
There's not many people that do it authentically like I do it. It's a small world, and some people there's ways to fake it. I'll put it that way. There's ways to make yourself look braver than you actually are. I don't do that. I'm not trying to. All I do is film what I see. As simple as that.
What was Somalia like?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was the first time. Africa is my favorite continent. I've visited at least half of Africa, and I love it there. But Somalia was the first time that I felt as a country, like in the capital of Mogadishu, that I felt racism. As a white man, I felt racism. I was hated, and I don't mean by everyone, because I can never generalize like that. But I was hated for being white. There's certain rules when you come to Mogadishu as a non-black man or woman. You need to travel with military guard. So it's not like you're optional. It's there's no cost associated, but you must travel with military guard. But I mean simple things like being spat at, or rocks being thrown at me. Would never imagine that happening, because I've been to Africa so many times, and that was just Mogadishu, because the rest of Somalia was not like that at all.
That's crazy. That actually probably, even when you go to these countries, being a Canadian man and then coming back to Canada, it probably really puts things into perspective.
Yeah, for sure. The stuff going back to Haiti, during this gang war, it's a famine as well. You can't cross certain streets without instant death. So I went and I created a video about mud cookies, where the community is surviving off eating mud cookies, like mud from the ground, water from the ground, and they add some butter and they mix it up, and that's how they're surviving. And somebody from like myself that comes from Toronto, 3 kids, my kids eat a good meal every day of the week. But I mean, eating that mud, I ate a mud cookie as well, and I was violently ill for 3 straight days.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Yeah. So this is the woman. The
shortages have increased in the past week.
To even get
between 2 rival gangs.
If you can pause it for a second, I'm going to explain something. This is a secret. I don't think I've ever told anybody this. When I'm going through dangerous neighborhoods, what I do is I fill my car up with water. Okay, so like, I don't know if I visually show it in the video, but I got like 20 cases of water, because at any point when the gangs jump out at you with guns, I'll say, hey, my intention was coming. It's so hot out. I want to bring you water. And it actually worked in one of my videos here where they said thank you, and I interviewed them with the guns, and they only allowed it to happen because I brought them water.
That's wild. Let's take a look at a little bit of this right here. Okay, so this is your tour guide right here.
So this is the man that was kidnapped, that people are talking about. Yes.
Obviously, I couldn't record it, but there's like 6 to 8 men, heavily armed. Yep. Some young youth, looked like just, I don't know, 12, 13, 14 years old. Big guns, put it that way.
Where's the mud pie part? Right here?
Yeah, look, I'm eating. That's the woman in her house, but if you go back a little bit left, there you go. I'm eating the cookie. This is her house. So these are all bullet holes.
Because of the shooting.
And 8 of them live under the bed because of the shootings at night. So her and her 8 children. If you go back to the left a little bit, you'll see. Somebody said copyright. No, there's no copyright. Don't worry about that. It's my video. But if you
we're doing a reaction. It's
keep going to the left even more, like earlier in the video.
They're very dry.
You taste the butter?
See there, I'm eating the cookie. But if you go a little bit more, it will show you how she makes. There, she's making the mud cookies.
Oh, she fixed mine.
It's just mud.
She didn't.
This is just mud.
Just mud with butter and like the dirty water.
No, come on, slap it. There.
So there's no food.
Now ask her to be honest. Whose is better, mine or yours? The champion. No, tell everybody who's the champion.
Wow, man. Let me see you taste one of these. Do a taste test here.
Oh, it was horrible. I was emotional.
Let's try.
I wanted to cry.
Buy one.
You want me?
No, I'm all right.
How it tastes like?
Tastes like good.
You good?
They're very dry.
You taste the butter, the salt.
Here.
Do you sell what about the Maggi?
I taste a little.
Dude, when you go to these places and while you're there, you must just feel like a surreal type of feeling when you're in some of these areas.
Yeah, for sure. You know, it's gotten easier over time. I've been to war zones. I've seen extreme poverty. You know, at first I used to hold my tears in and cry at my hotel, like get very emotional. You know, how I'm going to a 5-star hotel at the end of the night and these people are stuck and there's nothing I can really do. I can help a few people for 1 or 2 days, but I can't change their life. But it's definitely difficult to swallow. Not the mud. I mean, like the whole experience is
the experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
We love hip hop.